What's up everybody, welcome to the video. Today is going to be all about sleep. Why? One, because I think sleep is one of the most important things that we can do as humans, let alone bodybuilders, for health, for health and well-being, for all-cause mortality reduction, and for muscle growth and everything like that. So before we get into it, I'm going to go to sleep on this pillow because I want to include it as part of this review because I'm very big on getting right mattresses, right pillows, and this pillow is supposed to help me sleep. So let's find out. Whoo! Oh boy, that was a good sleep. That pillow is the perfect combination between soft and hard. You know those memory, like I've got a memory foam one as well. I'm not a big fan of it because you go into it and you just sink into it. But that you just, thank you to the guys at GX Pillows because that was fucking amazing. I feel like a newborn baby. I just love a good sleep like that. I will fill you with the top tips of sleep over the period of this video. Now I have natural remedies, which is obviously the preferred remedies. I then have a few supplements that can help you get into a parasympathetic state, which is what we call the kind of recovery mode of your autonomic nervous system. Sympathetic, parasympathetic. I've talked a bit about it on the channel, but we want to encourage that parasympathetic state. We want to talk about the release of melatonin and then the sustained sleep cycle for a few things. Now I'm going to go through them, but first we have push session today. I've got a big push today. I did the dumbbells. I did 52 kilo shoulder press dumbbells for 7 last week. And I'm a little bit heavier, so hopefully I can get 55s, maybe at least 8 or 9 on that. We will see. I've got some new goodies to try. Insight supplements. I think today I'm going to go for the serum code, and I'm going to mix it with the Cinnavol, which is like a pump. And I've also got Attack, and I've got Enduravol, which is like a new intra. Guys, I don't know if anyone of you have ever seen JP's new intra. Bloody hell, that's expensive, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys, if you pay for high quality, you have to expect to pay high quality prices. You know? There's a reason why we have things like Gucci and whatnot. This is essentially just the Gucci supplements. However, this Enduravol is very, very similar to JP's, and it's very, very, very good. Lots of patented ingredients in here. I'm going to use this today, and I'll let you guys know how I feel. But there are some very, very good, interesting things on here. There's a few more aminos, there's a few more carnitine in it, there's some good taurine. Oh boy. Firing shots. session. Felt very, very strong today. That pre-workout combination of Serum Code and Cinnavol is mind-blowing. I felt like I was in a club at like 2 a.m. and felt extremely good. Can't even hold my hand up. So that leads on to my first tip to do with pre-workouts. Now, we are in that age where everyone loves a good pre-workout, everyone loves a stimulant, but actually this can cause problems to sleep. We know that the half-life of caffeine is roughly 6 hours, so for every 100 milligrams of caffeine you have, 6 hours later 50 milligrams is going to be in your body. So if you consider that you're having a pre-workout at 5, 6, 7 p.m, and anything above that, no way. You're, at 11 o'clock midnight, you'll still have half of that caffeine in you. So you've got to think about that when it comes to sleep. Caffeine definitely puts you into a sympathetic state where we're in kind of that heart rate higher, fight or flight type mode. So I actually wouldn't recommend anyone taking pre-workouts after, depending on when you go to bed, 3, 4 p.m. And just swap for like a pump product. So the pump product there, Cinnavol, I just had a little bit of cognitive enhancer, which tend to have less smaller half-lives, 3-4 hours, etc. So maybe pick one like that, or just have one of no stimulant whatsoever and just focus on a pump product, and you can kind of get that placebo effect of energy, because it kind of tastes sweet, reminds you of a pre-workout, but also you get that huge pump benefit. So first tip, don't have your caffeine too close to bed. Righty-ho, people. I have a few things to say. Now, the first thing is, I've just run up the stairs and everyone always seems to comment. When I'm doing these things, I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get this. So I've run downstairs, got a few of these things. And people always say, you're fucking on steroids, you're out of breath, or you're killing yourself. No, I'm literally just right upstairs. And I'm heavy. What do I want to say? Before I go into this as well, I want to address the voice things, because I get so many people comment on the deepness of my voice. My voice has always been deep. It's definitely got deeper over the last 2 years, which is when people are comparing me to, because 1, I'm older, 2, I'm older, and 3, I'm older. So things like that happen. But I've definitely noticed that my voice has got a tad deeper while I've been on testosterone as well. Don't forget, guys, I do partake in the odd jointing, so I've probably got a bit of a rasp on my voice as well because of that. Things that help me sleep, but before I jump into the things that help me sleep, I want to talk about the most important thing here. So the zealots don't jump down my throat. Routine. Everything is about routine. None of these things that I'm about to show you are going to work if you don't have a good routine. Generally speaking, we work off a circadian rhythm, which is essentially we start to wind down at sundown, we start to get up at sunrise. Now, we know that this can actually adapt for what people do, so if you constantly go to bed at 11:30 and you get up at 8:30, that will be kind of where you shift to, almost. So the most important thing is to have a consistent bedtime and a consistent time to wake up. This is what trains your body. Get yourself into a position where you're kind of going to sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time. A tip without any contraption is to have a hot shower before you go to bed. We know that our body needs to cool down before we sleep. It's only a little bit, but it needs to cool down. So a hot shower can help you release that. Hot will go to where the cold is. If the cold's outside, you'll continue to cool down from the heat. You can also wear socks, so putting socks on will keep your feet warm, which will help keep your body a little bit cooler. It's a little trick that I heard on a podcast the other day. And then moving into these things, I think I'll go with most important first, comfort. This is a GX pillow. You can use the code GXJosh to get free delivery on this pillow. I got this yesterday morning. I wanted to try it before saying to go buy it. This is the best pillow I have ever slept on. I've slept in some of the best hotels. Very, very comfy pillows, but nothing is quite as soft but as firm as this is. I'm that person who, I love that softness when you reach it, but it also compacts and it's hard and it puts my head in a very comfy position. This bed cost when we first bought it, about £900 for the mattress. It is a very expensive mattress. It is also the comfiest mattress I've ever had. This is down feather duvet. They're mostly down pillows because it is all about comfort. If you spend 8 hours every single day in somewhere, it's a good idea to have a very, very good place to be. So these kind of shitty beds they have at uni, they fucked me. My girlfriend's got a bit of a rubbish bed, they fuck me. You've got to put yourself into a position where you're comfy to sleep, something that's healthy for your spine, your neck. This is the best pillow I've ever used. So thank you GX for sending this out. Use this code. Plug. The next thing is going to be these little babies. These are blue light blockers. You probably can't see, but I can see a blue reflection right now because it is blocking out the blue. There's a slight orange tint on this side that will help take out some of the blues. I put these on in the evening to block out any blues that I'm getting from, or block out many blues that I'm getting from phones, from artificial light, etc., etc. We know that blue light is very healthy to a certain extent, but it's actually for waking us up. So a good idea is to get as much natural blue light, for example, out there as you can early in the morning. It teaches the body to wake up. It stops melatonin release, which is something that helps us get to sleep. It also inhibits a few other sleep hormones for sure. So if you're getting that dose of blue light before you sleep and you're inhibiting that melatonin release, you can see why there'd be a problem there. So blue light blockers. I also use, or I've just bought these actually, so I shouldn't say I use, but I know a lot of people that do use these. These are nose strips, so a lot of people are poor nasal breathers, which can just kind of stop the amount of oxygen you're getting in. This just lifts the nostrils and allows a clearer nasal passage, can allow a better sleep, a deeper sleep, better more oxygen to your brain as well, and can stop the snoring and the mouth breathing. I'm very much a mouth breather. I do like big heavy breathes, as you can imagine, but this helped me a little bit for sure last night. Moving forward, some of my supplements now. This is Support Max Neuro. I personally don't take this pre-bed. I take this after my training session. Why? Because it has a few things that can be kind of neurostimulant to a certain extent. Lion's mane in there helps my brain connect a little bit. This, that, with a little bit of caffeine is very, very good. This is CBD. Now CBD is another thing that can help relax, de-stress. It's also an anti-inflammatory, so it's nice to take before bed. But I can notice the difference when I take a good dose of this. I completely relax. I get that sinking feeling. I do get a slightly heavy eyes as well when I do take this pre-bed. So very similar to this, it will bring you into a parasympathetic nervous system state and it will relax you pre-bed. So I definitely would use this. This is from Love Hemp. You can use Josh20 for discount. Very good quality. So use that. Also Dr. Dean's Sleep Stack. This is the big thing in the industry right now. There are some amazing things in here. 5-HTP, L-theanine, P5P, zinc, methionine, vitamin B5, magnesium biglycinate. These are all things that help melatonin release, but also help serotonin release, because we know that melatonin helps us get to sleep, and serotonin will help us stay asleep. So a lot of people might get to sleep very, very easily, but a lot of people don't stay asleep. If you find that you're someone who wakes up to go to the toilet a lot, maybe play with your potassium a little bit. Something I've added in, I actually haven't got it with, it's low salt, so it's 66% less sodium, but it's way more potassium. This potassium sodium balance helps you kind of helps your bladder not want to constantly piss. If you're supposed to get 3 or 4 grams of potassium a day, that is a fuckload of vegetables or a fuckload of bananas. You cannot do that. So this stuff is literally just straight potassium salt. I call it like potassium salt. You can just pour it on, it tastes like salt. You can eat way more of it. So that's pretty much it, guys. So most importantly, routine. Get into a routine, and then these things can help you get into that space ready to sleep. So everything is about being in that space, that healthy environment to sleep. Sleep hygiene is so important. If you haven't already, I highly recommend you to read Matthew Walker's book, Why We Sleep. Also, you could listen to his podcast with Joe Rogan. It's what made me sleep. And all these people saying you're pushing the supplements for this, you're pushing, go read it, go watch it. You will know why I'm trying to do it. If you get under 7 hours sleep, you have a higher risk of Alzheimer's, you have a higher risk of dementia, you have a higher risk of all-cause mortality if you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night. And if you're doing that for years and years and years on end, you know, draw the dots. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is how I sleep. This is how I sleep so good every single night. Peace, everybody. See you soon.